There we go. Hello, we are at Circle Center Mall at Cafe at the Circle. When I say I do remote locations, this is what that looks like. This morning I was somewhere, and today I'm here, or this afternoon I'm here. This is Melissa Shaw with Our Generation, where we educate, empower, and inspire. And I'm really excited about my guest today. We met about a month ago. Yeah,
It's only been a month.
if even that.
Man, feels like it's been years now.
Yeah.
I mean, already.
Right. Yes. Yes. So thank you for being willing to interview.
Absolutely.
You are doing some great things in the community, so I wanted people to know what you're doing and what you're about. And so just if you could just introduce yourself and
Awesome.
just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you have going on.
So this, we own, well, right now we own Cafe at the Circle. That's where we are right now. And we also have Kamilah 360 Jewelry and Accessories. We specialize in handcrafted jewelry with genuine stones and crystals, casual jewelry for the spiritually minded. And here at Cafe at the Circle, we serve coffee, tea, desserts, soups, chili, fruit, and that's just a start. What we do here is provide a grab and go experience for the Circus and the mall people and the employees that are connected to the mall. So there's different corporations and entities that are connected to the mall. So we wanted to make sure we provided something grab and go. There's no dining in here except for in the food court, but in the cafe space, we created a space for, especially in the center of the mall. You got a beautiful view.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a beautiful energy to be right in here, providing that service for the mall employees as well as customers.
Definitely. How long have you been here?
So Kamilah 360 opened last year, October. So we embarked on a year this month.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we just opened Cafe at the Circle in May this year. So 1 year, went strong. We ran Kamilah 360 and provided, it was more of an experience with the customers. When you deal with genuine stones and crystals, you have energy, and a lot of people wanted to know what it was all about.
Right.
So we were able to cater to explain what the meaning of the stones and jewelry are. So we provide a piece of paper with that particular stone, so you know exactly what you have and what it means and what the healing properties are.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that experience by itself, having that interaction with the customers was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And also stop the naysayers from when they don't know what crystals are.
Right.
I just did a test. I would tell them, walk up to the stones and tell me what's attracting you, and then I read to them what it meant. And 99.9% of the time, it definitely was something that they needed.
Wow.
So that is what I love about being in Kamilah 360.
Yeah.
And it's jewelry, but it's not just jewelry. You know, it's an experience too.
Yeah, I love that. So what made you get started with that?
Oh, my husband.
Or have you always been an entrepreneur?
In my own right, I guess. Okay, we can start off. You know, we all have some hustles, or we do some things, or have a hobby. So I've always been an entrepreneur in spirit. I've done hair. I'm a beautician. I used to make beaded jewelry that didn't have meaning, but with names and keychains.
Yeah.
But how Kemet began is my husband. So Philip, my husband, actually started making me pieces. He just made me a piece. I think it was we had our t-shirt company first.
Okay.
And with the t-shirts, he had some wood things, and he made me some earrings. And I'm like, hey, and then I went to work, and then everybody wanted the earrings, and there it went.
Wow.
So he started like that, making me jewelry, and turned around and made my friends jewelry. And then it just manifested into something more positive because of the genuine stone. So we moved into that. And my husband is very in tune with stones, crystals, spirituality. So it's right up his alley. And he loves making jewelry. So, and to see everyone in it 3 years later is something else. So like you experienced the other night where we asked.
Yep. I love that.
Yeah. So we, just want to know how many people have Kamilah 360 jewelry on, and I'm telling you, it's shocking.
Yeah.
To see how many people are wearing our jewelry in 3 years. It's a beautiful thing.
It is. It definitely is.
And it's still there. Look, and they still have it.
Right. That part.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
I don't have it anymore, but that was beautiful to hear too.
Yeah, it was. And so this weekend was amazing.
Well, I'm so glad that you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, like my first experience. So yeah, so what? This was your second
Yes.
annual
Yes.
Black Excellence Conference, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell my listeners kind of what that entails and how you even came up with doing that?
So again, brainchild, my husband, Philip. We've always talked about putting on events, but we took a notebook out, and my husband said just start writing, and we just went. So last year was our first annual Black Excellence Small Business Convention 2022, and what it entails is having business. So we never really talk about things we need to talk about.
Right.
So we start with the brunch with speakers so that we can start to share information, get some knowledge, and then the masquerade ball thereafter is to have fun, let your hair down, but then to honor those that have done things in the community that wouldn't normally be honored. Last year we had 5 honorees. This year we only have 1. I think because we did a lot last year. But
so what makes you have an honoree? Like, what's the criteria?
You know what? There's no real criteria. We don't have it broke down in the criteria. What it is the experience that they provided to us and things that we've seen them do. So if we watched you support other businesses or other people or giving of yourself, we want to honor you.
I love that.
You know, like I said, I'm not in the different organizations where that's the only way you're going to get accolades. So we created a platform that we can honor those that would normally be honored. You know, that's the only way. We have to share and give each other the honor, give each other our flowers now.
Yeah.
You know?
And that kind of makes me think of even why I'm more passionate, even more so now than ever, about my podcast, because I have given people opportunities to tell their stories that may never have that opportunity.
Right.
And I love that fact,
yes.
You know, to be able to let them know that you're important, you're worthy, you have a voice, your story matters.
Everyone's does. And we're all different but the same.
Yeah.
You know, and just getting a couple of pieces of information that you probably would not have ever heard out of anyone's mouth direct is a great way to learn and get some experience. And networking, the whole thing for me is networking.
Oh, absolutely.
I love networking because you learn so much, and that's how I built, I'll call it the tribe. That's how I built our tribe.
Yeah.
You know, we built it because we spoke to people. We engaged with people. We asked questions. Like I said, last year, we had people in the audience that ended up being speakers this year. I had a sponsor last year that turned around and was my honoree. You know, so it's a beautiful, I'm really grateful that I was able to even pull that off. Yeah. I'm grateful that we were able to even do it.
Yeah.
2 times.
Yeah, no.
This year, it was another great event. I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can imagine. And then on Sunday you had to finish it up. What did you have?
Small business showcase. So our small business showcase entails business owners, products and services to showcase what you do. So with the convention in mind, it's the 3-part 2-day event. You got the business with the speakers and the brunch. Then you have let your hair down in the honoree for the masquerade ball, and then Sunday is to make your money. So you have all the entities to bring it together, especially for if you have all 3 of them together, it makes it whole, the whole experience. You know, you're not just making money, you're not just out here to have fun. It's a little bit of everything. So you got information, fun. I mean, the band was awesome.
Oh, they was amazing.
I'm so glad you were able to be there.
Yes.
And I want to thank you for even jumping in and being a sponsor. That was amazing. I mean, really, last minute, and you just jumped on in, and I appreciate that.
Because I see what y'all are doing, and I want to be a part of, you know, even if it's a small part, I want to be a part of something that's bigger than me, you know. And I have missed, she's amazing.
I don't know. There's no words for her.
Like, and I told her yesterday when I left, I said, I really appreciate her, because if it wasn't for her connecting me with you, like, it just, and the people that I met, and it's just been great.
I'm glad you made some connections. That's what we strive for in these events, is to network and bring more collaboration. Yeah. And I think we did it. We're already creating a Christmas party already. Get ready. So we're working on that now. That's the next thing.
Nice.
But I'm just grateful to be able to bring people together,
Yeah.
like-minded business owners,
Yeah.
or people that are up and coming and want to open a business. They don't know how to get started.
Yeah.
There is a huge issue with us not sharing information.
Absolutely.
It is a huge disservice that we're doing to each other when we're not sharing information and withholding it hostage.
Yeah, no reason for that.
And that is what we're not doing. We're a completely opposite of that.
Just like one of the vendors you had there yesterday, I think it's Hill. She had the incense.
Herbs Hill.
Herbs Hill.
Triana.
Her incense is not like any other incense.
You wouldn't know.
I love exactly, but I love that because I love lavender's my favorite, and to be able to burn incense and it helped because we all know incense. We all know we like it because of the smells, but when you can add another element to it, it just makes it even better. People don't know that, and I was telling her I would love to be able to create something where. Not necessarily a directory because I feel like it's more than that, but something that where people know because we have so much talent in the city and nobody knows where to go get it. And it's just, you just happen to know somebody. And I want it to be able to be more accessible.
Yes. That's the whole premise of what we're doing is because you don't know. And we figured it out ourselves. My husband and I, all we did was research, read, ask questions, and we made it. I mean, from creating our LLC, getting the EIN, all of those steps, have a legitimate business banking account, Clover. I mean, so many aspects to business.
Yes.
I didn't know anything about state taxes, the whole bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a huge thing. But once you know, we definitely share.
Mm-hmm.
So we individually, my husband and myself both have mentees that actually asked us to assist them in either elevating their business, creating their business, either one. So we're grateful to do that, So platforms like this allows us more to share and be more open to find those avenues that we don't know how to go or where to go.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, that's just even why I'm so passionate about the Legal Shield. Because, I don't want a business to shut down or have something happen if all it could have been was them talking to a lawyer.
Right.
To know what their rights were.
Right.
To know that maybe that contract had something in there you should have known about, that you didn't catch it. A lot of those instances, and people depend on people not knowing their shit.
No, they do.
And so
they do.
By this service, I can empower people to go to the table differently. Be able to have that confidence and that backing, you know what, you owe that contract. Okay, well, I'm going to let my lawyer review it. And they're going to be like, okay.
Something's wrong here.
Right. And be able to say, okay, my lawyer said you need to take that out of a contract or I'm not going to sign it. Have that posture.
Right.
And know that you can, but it didn't cost you thousands of dollars to have that.
Yeah, that's important.
It is. And you can call your attorney every day if you need to ask questions and stuff that you don't understand or laws change all the time.
Right.
And then sometimes people be making up shit.
No, they do.
And you like, yeah, I'm about to run that by my lawyer because I think you on some BS.
But that's the thing. We have to stay protected. We got to make sure we have the right people in our corner.
Yes.
Representing us and giving us information. So,
yep.
Like I told you, I do need to look into that. Yeah. Like my friend Corey Williams, he's in Legal Shield. He's been telling us about it. He spoke about it last year at the convention, the first year.
Yeah.
He did speak about Legal Shield last year. So how I forget that it was just last year he spoke about it. So definitely something that we all have to get in tune with.
Yeah. And it's a new concept. When people think of a law firm or lawyers, I don't do anything wrong. But it even helps with everyday life. Getting a will. Have we ever been victim of identity theft?
See, I didn't even know that Legal Shield did all of that.
And then the business side of it, being able to say you have to get insurance for your business. Send that insurance contract to the law firm because sometimes they will put stuff in your insurance that you don't have to pay for, but they will make you. I know that on personal hand because that happened to me and my brother's trucking company. My brother's at 1099. They try to make us feel like we had to have workman's comp.
I'm going
You
through
don't
that.
have to have workman's comp.
Do you know I'm going through that?
And so
do you know I'm going through that? I did not know that.
Being able to call your attorney and say, hey, they're bullying me into making me feel like that I'm not going to be insured correctly if I didn't have this.
I did not know.
Be able to go back and say, no, my lawyer said I don't have to do this, so then I'm not going to work with you. I'm going to go to another. And we ended up finding another insurance company, and she was like, I can't even believe they did that to you.
You wouldn't believe. I mean, it's like you wouldn't, but you do.
No, because you trust them. Like, you're going to give me the protection that I need for my business when it comes to the insurance.
Yes.
Why are you trying to give me something that's extra that I don't need? Now that makes my rates go up when I can use that money for something else.
Especially in small business.
And we see that
pulling straws.
Absolutely, and we see that across the board. So being able to empower people and say, hey, you know what, run that by your lawyer.
That's a beautiful thing.
It is.
I definitely need to get in. I keep saying it.
Okay, so what's stopping you?
Nothing, but just do it.
That's
nothing to it, but do it.
No, for real. Like, you know, what is? And sometimes I have to ask myself, like, okay, well, what's stopping me from doing it?
Nothing, and it's so sad. We just get wrapped up in our own day and just say, okay, I'll get to
it tomorrow. Absolutely, and tomorrow,
Until something's wrong. Now we want it done now.
Then in the middle of the night, you on the phone like, I need that right now. I actually had a friend of mine who started his trucking company, and I talked to him. I'm like, you're in a very high liability industry. You need to have protection of lawyers. I'll be all right. I'm like, okay, don't call me. And we had a good relationship where we always talk crazy to each other. So I was like, don't call me when it's gonna happen. And so not even 2 months later, he calls me and he was like, so yeah. I said, you know what?
He said, so about that insurance.
He said, yeah, my driver just got into an accident. I said, oh really? Oh, so now you want to have that legal protection?
I need help.
So again, but it cost him more money.
Yeah, because now you need it now, and you have a real issue now.
Yes, and now it wasn't covered under the 100% as it would have been if you would have had it in place before it happened. So a lot of times we wait, it makes us spend more money. It's about being proactive versus reactive, because it's not if something's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen.
No, that's
because that's just the nature of the business. There's nobody that's going to be able to go through business and not have any issues.
I'm living it.
It's just the nature of the business. It's going to happen. And so why would we not want to protect something that we work day and night for? We're leaving to our kids.
Right about that.
For someone to just be able to come and just one clause in a contract that we missed.
Yeah.
Or one over here that we didn't have enough protection that we missed.
Yeah.
Or we missed it. Just anything.
Yeah. It's hard to. We just have to get it out of our own way. And thinking that we can always get by. No, absolutely. And it's a new concept because that's how we're wired. That's how the world runs. Is we run off of, okay, you know what, I'll do it. And then when it happens, I'll figure it out when it happens. Right. Yeah, but you just paid $10,000 when you could have only had to pay $100. Every time you say that to me, I'm just sitting here like, hurry up and take care of this. Even thinking about them talking about wills, living wills. I didn't even know the difference between the will and living will until my brunch. I did not know the difference. So those are just huge. And to be able to have access to that for free, you know how much a will is? It's $500 to $1,000. Is it? And being a business owner, okay, so what happens to you? What if you become incapacitated and you are in the hospital and you can't run your business? Who do you have put in place that can step in, that you trust? That can go to the bank, that can make sure the bills are paid, that can make sure you're getting your products. We don't think about that. No, but you're right about that. It could happen tomorrow. It can. And I've had two situations happen. No, but I had two situations happen to me where I was in a really bad car accident and my uterus exploded 3 months ago. And so, like, I've had stuff happen to me that was like, oh, shit, like, stuff is going to happen. You can just be living your life and not putting things in place. And I've been guilty of that. There was times when I didn't have my shit together. I still don't have my shit together. I'm still working on it. But things that have happened to me was like, damn it, I knew.
because we know, but we just it it's
It's so
ingrained in
bad.
us, and but we need, now that we are aware of it and we see it, we need to be like, okay, I'm stopping the cycle now, not doing it. Just like I tell my daughter when she's like, oh, we'll do it, I said, no, we're not doing it later, we're doing it right now, because we both know
Right.
that when that
Know.
later comes, it's not gonna happen. So
No.
we just not even gonna pretend like we about to do it.
Man, that's what I was saying at the brunch. We know ourselves.
Yeah.
We know what we're procrastinators at, or
Yeah.
what we shun or push to the side. We just have to stop and get out of our own way.
Yes.
Or like my husband said at the brunch, just do our shadow work.
Yes.
That's the rough stuff.
It is. It is. Yes. So what else are you guys wanting to do in the community? Like, where do you see this year coming up? What things are you wanting to accomplish?
We'll definitely want to enhance the cafe and our menu items. I definitely want to expand on for the cafe. And then I want to create some events in the cafe. For example, a little live music for an hour or so, some paint and coffee, any small little entertaining things we can do here in my space to just draw some more attention to it. Because we're in the Circus of the Mall, so it's not a front door.
Yeah.
You got to come all the way in and
right.
come to the third floor to see
yeah.
it. So just to rev up some more consistency with the customers, I think those things are always fun, and I love doing things like that.
Yeah.
That's for the cafe. Kemet we're looking for a building though. So we're looking for a building where we can house Kemet 360 and the cafe, as well as our other businesses. So it's too many.
Yeah,
it's too many. So once I find the building, then things are going to take off in another level. So I'm grateful for this year that we've had in store in the Circus of the Mall, Kemet 360.
Yeah.
Most don't know that next week is the last week Kemet 360 will be open here.
Oh, wow.
The lease is up, and we want to move into our own building.
Yeah.
So that we can have access and we can have our own events.
Yes.
In our own venue.
Yes.
So that's the mission, because once we do that, it's no holds barred. We can party every day. We can brunches every day.
Right.
I mean,
no,
we can do whatever
absolutely.
we want when we want.
Yeah.
So that's the end goal. That's in the next year we see.
That's exciting.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna happen.
I know. I don't know where. I don't have the place, the area. I just need to know once we see it, I'm gonna know what it is.
Yeah.
I have a vision for my building already, and I can see it. So I'm just waiting till it falls in our lap. We're manifesting that energy now to find the right one, so that it comes to us like everything else does.
Absolutely.
So it's crazy. Last year we didn't even have the store for our first annual. We actually signed our lease the week of our first annual convention.
Wow.
And then we're closing it out. So crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy. But I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for the experience. I'm grateful that we were able to service so many customers.
Yeah.
And more so travelers here.
Yeah.
Because of all the connecting mall entities.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was just, I have had some great experiences with the customers here.
And that's what life's about, is experiences.
I love meeting new people, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, foreigners. I mean, in my cafe, I've had some people from Amsterdam. I mean, they just France.
I love
Finland.
that.
Like, it was just so many different people, and I just love it. And they love the coffee, so that makes me happy.
Yeah.
We definitely made sure we chose a good brand coffee. It's a local coffee roaster company here that we utilize. So I'm just grateful to have that too.
Yeah.
So we try to do everything local, and I'm gonna say try. We did.
Yeah.
Everything local, supporting other Black businesses. For example, I didn't explain that in Kemet 360 we have 7 businesses.
Okay.
What it did was to create a full store. So we could have just opened a jewelry store.
Mm-hmm.
But when we met with the mall, they explained that they were missing certain aspects in the mall. So we filled those holes as best we could.
Right.
And it turned into so my jewelry store turned into a full-out boutique.
Yeah.
With oils, fragrances, and everything. So it just turned out beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for that experience. I'm grateful we were able to assist other businesses in their dreams
Mm-hmm.
and their business.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what it's about.
yes,
You know,
just
it's
to elevate.
elevating other people. Yep. You know, when you elevate other people, you're inadvertently going to be elevated. It's just the nature of it.
Yes, I'm just grateful to even have had these experiences.
Yeah.
It's bitter that we're closing the store, but I can't deny that we made it. We did it.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
and I'm not a failure. You know, because in my mind it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta close, and I don't
But
have
it's
to.
a,
Let me
no,
say I
it's
don't have to, but we
yeah,
chose to.
right.
Um, but it makes you feel that in your head, you know, that you're not doing. You could have done something else, but I'm
Things
grateful.
played out the way they were supposed to play
And I'm
out.
grateful. And
Yeah.
I had to tell myself that because you
Yeah,
know, as a business owner, you just go, go, go.
definitely.
You know, you try to do your best. Try to do your best.
Yep.
And we did well.
Yeah.
I
I
can
mean,
absolutely say we did
you
well.
was able to open a coffee shop.
Yeah.
That probably wasn't on your horizon.
Not in no, not when we opened this. No, it was
Yeah.
not at all. You're
Yeah.
right. It was an opportunity, another opportunity.
Oh, I love coffee shops. I want a coffee shop at some point.
Well,
and I even have a roaster.
So you ready?
Yep.
You say you ready?
And she will literally like run the whole cafe for me. I just need she's that dope.
That's what I need.
She is.
I mean, just run it. No.
Yeah. No,
I'll be at home.
Dope. Yeah. Yep. So I just have my little office in the corner.
You know,
because I literally go and work at coffee shops.
You know,
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
So when the Kemet 360 closes, our jewelry will be located in Zoe and Pearls down the hall.
Okay. Nice.
And at her boutique.
Nice.
That way we still have our presence here in the mall. You can still get our jewelry. You can still get your custom pieces made.
Yeah.
My husband does extremely well with customized pieces.
Yeah,
so.
I love that. And I normally don't take my daughter to things because at the age that when I started doing this, she's like, I'm gonna be bored. You know how they get.
Of course.
And so a friend of mine, her name is Tangia, and she mentors my daughter.
Okay.
And so she's by her doing this, she's been kind of you know how us as parents we tell our kids stuff.
They don't hear.
But when they hear from somebody, you're like, I just said that.
But okay.
Right, but okay.
But okay. You got the message finally after 3 years.
Right. So she's been like working on her about the importance and kind of just really telling her what I do. So I was like, go with me yesterday. And she said afterwards, she was like, Mom, I could do that. I said, I know you can. I knew you could do it. So it was just, I just want to say thank you for even providing that experience because she's never been in an environment, and to be in an environment that had that much of an impact on her for her first time was huge.
And she attended the showcase.
Yeah.
She didn't even see the brunch in the
she was mad about that.
At least
she got the ball.
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
but you know, she was able to see kind of like, okay, this is not what I thought. You know.
And I'm so now that really makes me happy because there's so many misconceptions. Well, let me not say that. There are misconceptions, but there are people that present it totally different.
Yes. Yeah.
So it changes the way you view, especially vendor showcases like that. Everybody, some can be so ghetto, some can be shallow, some can not have any substance. They don't have any energy, no life. Is just sit here and figure out how to make some money. You know, looking like a hustler.
Yeah.
That's not our mission.
Or it's too stuffy.
I
can't
even be myself, and I got to walk around, you know, tiptoes like we in suit and tie.
Right, yeah.
But that's totally.
And I think that's what she thought it was.
Okay.
I do. So that as relaxed as it was, she was like, "Oh yeah, I can definitely vibe with this."
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm so glad she appreciated that.
Yeah, because she's at she's at that age where she's still trying to find, herself and kind of what she wants. She's very creative. She loves to dance. She wants to have her own dance studio at some point.
Really.
And so just being able to she needs to be around people like that are creative, that have that energy and just kind of, you can do this. She sees Mom, but she needs to be able to relate.
I already know. And I'm glad that she spoke to my husband and asked him, I want to know how to make this jewelry.
I was very impressed with her because she literally handed him her phone.
No, put it in there.
Okay, well, there we go.
She meant that. So
she did, yeah.
A lot of people tell Philip that they want to learn how to make jewelry, and he's like, okay, I'm here. He's retired. He'll do it.
Yeah.
And then make you an apprentice and have you sell the jewelry that you make. So I'm glad that she really is serious.
Yeah.
A lot of people start that way, but they don't follow through.
Yeah.
you know, and that's the whole other thing. It's
Yeah.
so hard when you start to pour back into others that are not taking it serious.
It is.
You know, you're ready to give. You asked. Here you go. And they're never ready. They don't want. It's so funny. People ask for it, but when you get it, they don't know what to do with it.
No, that part. Like I had to kind of not go off on this guy this morning, but I texted him because I got so irritated. Like you sent me a screenshot of you on InkFile getting ready to apply for your LLC. When I told you months ago I would help you do it, I will walk you step by step, and I'm not even going to charge you. I would just help you to do it because I want you to be sustainable. I want you to learn how to do it on your own, so you don't have to rely on other people. Yes. And then you're gonna ask me to help you fill out 2 boxes? I said, "Oh yeah, no, you about to get an earful."
You said no.
Like, are you kidding me? I
could have walked you through it.
And you're about to pay $400. It said $347 in the top corner.
Run me that money.
If you want to spend the money,
if you're going to spend it anyway.
But you would have opened your own clothing line, or you would have your clothing line in a clothing store. You could have used that money to buy you a Cricut, to buy you a heat press, to already get you something to get started. But they, again, like you said, they want help. But then when you give it to them,
they don't want it really, and that's the only small portion that will drain you. Is giving and giving and giving, and I'm a person that gives a lot of energy to others.
I do too.
You know, and it gets draining if they're not applying any of it.
Right.
I'm sure my husband will say the same thing. I pour into everybody, and nobody gets anything back, and I'm like, that, and they don't follow through for themselves.
Yeah.
So it's like we see more in you than you see in yourself, and that's okay. All we can do is feed them.
Yeah, and I'm okay with me seeing more, but at some point, I need you to catch up.
No, seriously.
At least come halfway. Like, do something.
Yes, yes.
But so where can everybody find you at? Your social media, and I know you're here at the Circle Center.
Okay, so Circle Center Mall, 3rd floor, Cafe at the Circle. Kamilah 360 will be open until the 31st, which is next week, Tuesday. And if you want to find the jewelry, you can go down the hall to Zoe and Pearls Boutique. Facebook, Kamilah 360 Jewelry and Accessories. So that's KEMET. Instagram, Kamilah 3609. You can find us wherever you see that green logo, that Kamilah logo. That's us. Yep. You can Google us, and it's gonna pull right up.
Nice.
You can Google Kamilah, and as soon as you put Kamilah in, it usually pulls everything up.
Nice.
I think that's Instagram and Facebook. Cafe at the Circle, same thing. Cafe at the Circle on Instagram and Facebook. So you can follow us there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And pay attention because they're going to be doing some stuff.
We're getting this Christmas thing going. We're about to. I mean, literally, we just finished last night. I have to close the store, move it.
Yeah.
And then I can think about it.
Right.
I said I got to break it down in pieces.
And it'll be here like tomorrow. Like, it'll be here so quick.
Oh, but I'm grateful for the ride, and I'm so glad that you were able to come and experience the entire convention.
I know. Yes, every aspect of it.
I can't wait. Wait for these pictures come because he took some awesome pictures. So I'm just so grateful. I cannot wait to see the pictures. I should get them today.
Ooh, that's exciting.
I know. They're gonna be all over social media, but I'm so grateful to have had you. Thank you for having me on Our Generation. I'm sorry my husband is not here.
It's okay. We'll just have to have another one.
It's my fault that he's not here, so he'll be fussing at me about it later.
It's okay. We can, I do them 6 months to a year, so
double back.
We'll have to do it again.
Awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate you. So this has been Melissa Shaw with Our Generation, where we educate, empower, and inspire. And hope you found some inspiration today, and you're able to apply it in your business and in your life. And please check us out next week. We are out.
Peace.
I never can get. Anybody want to buy me a new clicker?
Click, click.
I don't know. It never does. It will not.